This graph shows how the driving speed affects gas mileage. So fuel economy F is measured in miles per gallon, and we have that along our vertical axis here. And we have our speed or our velocity in miles per hour. So what is the meaning of the derivative F prime of V? So essentially that's telling us the instantaneous rate of change, how our fuel economy changes as we change our velocity. And if we want to sketch the graph, we will sketch it down here below. And this is our graph of our derivative, so this is f prime. And as we plot this, we see that we're seeing a positive slope here, and we're going to just put dot here then for our derivative being a positive value. Not quite as steep, not quite as steep, but still positive, not quite as steep, but still positive, heading towards a derivative at zero right here. So we'll make our derivative of 0 right here, and our value of our derivative is positive all the way here, but decreasing towards 0. And then we see that we have a negative slope after we pass that line, and so we would have a negative down here. Now, as I'm looking at this then, at what speed should you drive if you want to save on gas, we see that we can increase and keep increasing in our miles per gallon as we increase in our velocity until we hit this point right here, at which point we start to decrease in our miles per gallon or our fuel economy. And that looks like that's right on the double nickel. I don't know if any of you recall in the 70s, as we had an oil crisis, the government passed a law that the maximum speed limit in the United States was 55 miles per hour, and we called that the double nickel. And that's as fast as you could go anywhere. That was later repealed. I think in the late 80s they started to do that, and then in the 90s kind of totally repealed it and left the speed limits up to the states like they had been previously. But it was based on the idea that the after 55, then the fuel economy drops significantly. We see that our derivative goes negative, which means we are decreasing in our fuel economy.